Let's talk about practicing with a Tour Striker training aid now on JP Golf. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So if you saw my short put out there, I was going to be practicing there next couple weeks with the Tour Striker and the lag shot. Today's video, we're going to talk here about the Tour Striker. I've had this for a few years. I don't know why I don't ever use it, but I don't. But just a little bit about the club. As you can see here, basically it's like an iron, but this part is kind of got a roll to it, and then that's where you're more got the grooves. So the point of it is to actually hit the ball. You've actually got to get that forward shaft lean and hit the ball with that part of the club. If you are someone who hits more neutral or hits up, which is something I tend to do, I think, you're actually going to get basically the result of almost similar to topping a golf ball. So again, I've been struggling, especially with my irons and my woods. I think really hitting up, just bad consistency. So going to use this to try to help myself get a little bit more forward shaft lean, hopefully hit the iron more down, compress the golf ball more, which should in turn, the point of the club is to help you get more distance as well as just get more accuracy and more consistent strikes. Does it work? I don't know. So first thing we're going to kind of do, let's hit, this is a 7 iron. So let's hit an actual one of my 7 irons. We will get a baseline. Usually I think I'm carrying those somewhere between 120 130. Again, I'm not a big hitter, and part of that is probably the reason why I'm using this is I hit up, so I add more loft. But let's get a baseline, and then let's practice this for a couple weeks, a week or so, and see if it helps me with my consistency of strike, gets me more distance, and just what it actually does for my performance. So let's get to it. Let's hit a couple of 7 irons, see what we get for a baseline. All right, so I got my launch monitor out and set to 7 iron. Let's see if we can get 3 good shots that hopefully are same range, and just again get that to use our baseline. All right, that first one caught a little bit heavy, and carry yardage was 110. That was caught much better, pretty clean. That carry was 133. Another pretty good one, and a carry of 126. All right, guys, so there's kind of getting a couple of shots with our normal 7 iron, getting a baseline. Again, first one hit kind of fat, but the 2 I caught clean. Again, the numbers kind of match what I see on the course usually, if I catch it right. 7 iron, again, I got somewhere between 125, 135 basically. So again, I am not a big hitter, but let's see if this Tour Striker helps me out. We'll use this for about a week and then come back and test with the 7 iron and see if our numbers change. A couple things we're looking for. Number one is, do we just get a more consistent strike? So am I getting better just hitting the ball better? And then secondarily, does it help with our distance at all? Will our distance change? Will I go from hitting that 7 iron, 125 to 135 to maybe 135 to 145? I don't know what we'll see there. So I'm hoping we will at least see some difference in consistency of strike, help us get better there. And then I would like to see a little bit of increased distance. Again, I think for me, I do have a tendency to kind of probably hit a little bit up on the ball. Again, making that 7 iron turn it into more of an 8 iron, and just not getting the distances I could get. So again, this is not the name of the game for me. I'd be perfectly fine hitting the ball, not a great distance, but hitting it on line and just hitting consistently. I think I could score with that. So let's use it for a week, see what we get, come back, test those numbers later on, and see what we get. Till then, keep it locked here on JP Golf.